Panpsychism is a philosophical viewpoint that posits consciousness as a fundamental and ubiquitous feature of the universe. This perspective challenges traditional views that regard consciousness as an emergent property of complex biological systems, such as human brains, and instead suggests that even the simplest forms of matter possess some form of consciousness or experimental quality. Panpsychism invites us to reconsider our understanding of the nature of mind and its relationship to the physical world, offering a profound and intriguing alternative to conventional theories of consciousness. The concept of panpsychism has deep historical roots, with origins tracing back to ancient philosophical traditions. The term itself is derived from the Greek words pan, meaning all, and psyche, meaning soul or mind. Ancient Greek philosophers such as Thales, Anaxagoras, and Plato all entertained ideas that resonate with panpsychism. For instance, Thales, one of the pre-Socratic philosophers, famously declared that everything is full of gods, suggesting that even inanimate objects possess some form of life or consciousness. In the modern era, panpsychism has been revisited and developed by several prominent philosophers and scientists. One of the most notable proponents of panpsychism in recent times is the philosopher David Chalmers, who is renowned for his work on the hard problem of consciousness. Chalmers distinguishes between the easy problems of consciousness, which involve explaining cognitive functions and behaviors, and the hard problem, which is the question of why and how physical processes give rise to subjective experiences. Panpsychism, according to Chalmers, offers a promising solution to the hard problem by positing that consciousness is a fundamental aspect of reality, akin to space, time, and matter. At the heart of panpsychism is the idea that consciousness is not limited to complex organisms but is a pervasive feature of the universe. This does not necessarily mean that rocks and atoms have thoughts and feelings like humans do, but rather that they possess some basic form of proto-consciousness or experimental quality. This perspective can be understood through a few key tenets. Panpsychism asserts that consciousness exists throughout the universe, in all forms of matter, from the smallest particles to the largest structures. According to panpsychism, consciousness is an intrinsic property of matter, meaning that all physical entities have an internal aspect that includes some form of subjective experience. Panpsychism proposes a continuity of experience across different levels of complexity, suggesting that the consciousness we experience as humans is a more developed form of the basic proto-consciousness present in simpler entities. The implications of panpsychism are profound and far-reaching, challenging many of our fundamental assumptions about the nature of reality and our place within it. One of the most significant implications is the potential to bridge the gap between the physical and mental realms. Traditional materialist views struggle to explain how subjective experiences arise from purely physical processes, a challenge that panpsychism addresses by positing that consciousness is a fundamental and ubiquitous feature of the universe. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled, as Plutarch observed, aligns with the panpsychist view of consciousness as an intrinsic and active part of all matter. Furthermore, panpsychism has implications for our understanding of the mind-body problem, the ethical treatment of non-human entities, and the nature of artificial intelligence. If consciousness is indeed a fundamental property of matter, then it raises important questions about the moral consideration we owe to other living beings and even non-living entities. Additionally, this perspective could inform our approach to developing artificial intelligence, suggesting that the emergence of consciousness in machines might be understood in terms of the intrinsic proto-consciousness of their constituent materials. Despite its intriguing implications, panpsychism faces several criticisms and challenges. One of the main criticisms is the so-called combination problem, which questions how simple forms of proto-consciousness combine to form the complex, unified consciousness experienced by humans and other animals. Critics argue that panpsychism lacks a clear explanation for this process, making it difficult to understand how individual units of proto-consciousness aggregate into higher-order conscious experiences. Another challenge is the empirical verification of panpsychism. While the theory offers a compelling philosophical framework, it remains difficult to test and verify through scientific methods. Critics argue that without empirical evidence, panpsychism risks being speculative and lacking in explanatory power. Panpsychism presents a fascinating and thought-provoking perspective on the nature of consciousness, suggesting that it is a fundamental and ubiquitous feature of the universe. By positing that even the simplest forms of matter possess some form of proto-consciousness, panpsychism challenges traditional views and offers a potential solution to the hard problem of consciousness. While the theory faces significant criticisms and challenges, it continues to inspire philosophical inquiry and scientific exploration, encouraging us to rethink our understanding of mind, matter, and the nature of reality. As Albert Einstein once remarked, "The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science." Panpsychism encourages us to embrace this mystery and to explore the profound depths of consciousness that permeate the universe. Thanks for listening. Nathaniel.